Hi, welcome to take 4, and I hope the final take. Why so many takes? Because I want this to be a really good video for you to watch. You have been doing so well in the class that I want to do well on the videos. What I mean you've done well, your forums have been great. You're really getting into it, you're enjoying yourselves, you're having fun. And that's what I believe music education should be, fun. Many years ago I was teaching at a university and the man said, "Oh, you cannot say teaching is fun. It can be educational, it can be enjoyable, it can be pleasant, but it should be sound sophisticated." Folks, I think it's fun, and I'm glad you're having fun. So with that in mind, let's see where we're going this week. We're going to India. India. Wow. That's it. You're waiting for the other country? No, India. Why India? Why only one country? Well, because it is chapter 6 in the book, and this is Thanksgiving week. You should spend a few days with loved ones somewhere. I hope you have the opportunity to do that. So I do not want you to worry about a second country. So do India. Okay, that's it. Now, what are you going to do about India? What are you going to compare? Hey, that becomes a really interesting thing. You can do 2 songs from India. Or, let me throw this out to you. You can also do India and look at something completely different, like India and what influence did it have on the Beatles. Or India was a colony for many years. For you who like that aspect of the history, India was a colony and they had British brass band music. Now if you want a real contrast, compare the music of India and a British brass band, which they would have had in India. So you have the colonization. Why are they not a colony now? There was a writer named Henry David Thoreau who wrote in America. He wrote Walden, which is living on Walden's Pond, and how he lived by himself, and he believed in simplification. He believed in a very peaceful world. Some of his quotes that I really enjoy, and I will tell you he is probably one of my favorite writers: "Beware of all activities that require new clothing." I've always liked that one. The other one is, if someone does not work at the same pace as you do, he may be marching to a different drummer. Now I'm paraphrasing these, so don't say, well, you didn't quote them directly. No. If you do not work the same pace as someone else, or they do not work the same pace as you, that is because they hear a different drummer, and they are marching to the pace of a different drummer. The other one that I really enjoy is, it is okay to build your castles in the clouds. Now all you have to do is put foundations under them. So that is Thoreau. Thoreau influenced Gandhi with his non-violence treatise. So Gandhi was non-violent in the overthrow of India. Gandhi in turn influenced Martin Luther King, who did the non-violence. So you see, one philosopher went to another, to another, to another, and that's the way it works. It works the same way in music, it works in literature, it works everything that way. So you're influencing something. So what I would like you to do during this Thanksgiving week is, instead of talking about the football game or how everybody looks or things like that, or oh gee, your children have grown so much, try this. Tell them what you're learning in your music class. That will be a different conversation at the dinner table, and I think you'll find they'll be as interested in it as you are. Now let's go ahead. When you study this, I want you to notice that there is the British, or not the British, there is the India musician N. Ramani, who is a flute player. He is a world-class musician. You might want to listen to that. Then you will see that there are different styles or different parts of the India music. The raga, the mela, karta system, and the tala. These have to do with melody, time. So, yes, you may not understand all of it. I will understand that, but you will get the concept of it, and that's what I want you to do. So, this week, I want you to keep doing the same things you are doing on the forum. You know what you've done on the forum and what you've done with this class. You're starting to listen like children. I told someone on the forum, many years ago I was teaching in a college and we had a concert in which the composer and his group had been nominated for the Pulitzer Prize for short music. They came on the stage and they were performing with a little bit different weird sounds. And then they started tearing paper. Tearing paper. Go listen to the sound that tearing paper makes. They tore a lot of paper up and put it on the stage. And Then they left, and that was that selection. The next day, the composer visited my music appreciation classes, and the students asked him, "We did not know whether that was supposed to be funny or serious. How are we supposed to react?" He looked at them and said, "Look at the little children around you at the concert. They will know how to act. They have no preconceived notions. If they think it's funny, they will laugh. If they don't think it's funny, they won't laugh. They will know what they're supposed to do." You have been listening to the music as children now, and I find that extremely enjoyable. Some of the music is challenging, but most of it, and I was thrilled that you felt this way last week, most of it was very enjoyable last week. Let's hope you have the same enjoyment with India, because the Beatles did. Let's see if you do. And I'll talk to you next week, and I wish you all a happy Thanksgiving.